Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our next match of the International Day of People with Disability 2018 APFA Championships. We have the Queensland Cyclones versing the Victorian Powerchair football team coming for you. First off, we would like to send a big shout out to our gold sponsor, Power Mobility, who is an NDIS registered provider with over 40 years providing quality mobility products, expert advice and a convenient mobile repair service. If you're interested, please go to powermobility.com.au or you can visit their stand here at the Championships. Joining me today in commentary is the New South Wales captain, the one and only, Dimitri Leolio-Davis. Dimitri, welcome.
Thank you, Benny. Thank you.
What are you expecting from today's game?
I think it's going to be a pretty high-action game. High scoring. Queensland's pretty on fire this tournament, so I wouldn't put it past them to put a lot of goals into the net.
Indeed, and thank you. We've just had to kick off there, and Matt Mellows went straight for the goal as he sort of discussed over lunch. Didn't work out for him. We now have a goal kick to Victoria. Beautiful touch on them by Matt Mellows.
Yeah, that was great. The wide player was just a bit wider. He could have got onto the end of that, so unlucky there that Victoria didn't get out of trouble. And
we have Josh Merkers. Josh Merkers really is the director of this team, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of their play, everything goes through Josh. So,
a beautiful ball.
Excellent ball there. And
it is a goal there to Bryce Castles. And if we have it on replay here, Dimitri, please talk us through what happened.
So there's a simple ball down the line by Josh. Tristram's attacked the ball to get to it first, punched it across the goal, front of the guard, and Bryce is waiting there for the far post tap in. Unlucky for Jules, almost made it, but just couldn't get there.
And returning to live action here, we have Bryce Castles going down the far sideline. As we can see there, Josh Merkers is in a beautiful position, holding the pivot, as we call it. Matt Mellows is one out, though.
Matt did well there not to give Josh an easy cross across the box. Kept it down near the sideline. Josh wasn't quite in position to take advantage of that.
Very dangerous position here, though, for Queensland. Oh, Craig Kilby. Just beautiful interchange of passing. Oh, and it goes out for a corner.
Bryce did really good to keep that alive. If you can keep the ball alive, sometimes the defence can break up. So, great play by Bryce there to keep that ball alive and not just go for another set piece to allow the defence to set themselves.
And here we have Bryce. Tristram on the near post. Merkers on. Tristram goes in. Oh, beautifully saved there by Jules North Coombs.
Yeah, excellent work there. That's one of the hardest shots to save, I feel like, when you're the box defender because you've got so much to cover. Jules just making a save there with the back left of his guard.
Once again, Bryce setting up. Jules moving early. Tristram with the shot, and it is a goal from Tristram Peters. Clinical finishing once again by the number 2. As we can see here on replay, Jules North Coombs moves a bit early, leaving the gap behind him, and unfortunately Matthew Mellows not quite covered that enough, but great finish by Tristram Peters. Score is 2-0. Back at live play. Tristram Peters coming down the right wing, cuts back to Josh Merkers. Merkers back to Tristram. Peters to Merkers. Merkers to Peters. Oh, Kilby with the intercept.
Almost a 2-on-1 there, but refs have let it play on. Craig doing well to keep Josh wide.
Merkers with the cutback. Castles. Oh, and it goes out for a goal kick. There's a very loud spectator on the Queensland bench here.
Big Dan, I think.
Big Dan. I think it is Big Dan. Relative of Tristram Peters.
Big Dan, the man, Conahan.
Back to live play. Merkers to Peters. Peters with the 360. Oh, big swing and no ding there, as they say. Dimitri,
do they, Ben?
They do. Dimitri, how's it been? Wait, we might just go to live play for a minute here. Peters to Castles. Castles with the shot.
Excellent shot.
An excellent shot. Excellent shot. Moves Queensland out to a 3-0 lead.
A bit of a soft clearance there by Jules North Coombs. Bryce gets onto it. 2 front of the guard passes. Sending the defence both ways and then put it where they couldn't reach it.
Once again, just a lovely interchange of passing there. very, very cautious that they didn't give away a 2-on-1. Very, very important in our game. So, Dee, this is your first time up in Brisbane playing the national title. What has this brought for you so far?
It's been great. I'm really enjoying playing in another state for once, and I really hope that more states will take it on and we can move this championship all around the country in the near future.
Yep, definitely. As you can see, Merck is just controlling the middle of the field here. Matt Mellor's doing a really, really great job to cut that ball out. Or last touch off Queensland, I think.
Oh.
Yes, it is. We have a Victorian throw.
No, wrong. Incorrect. Queensland ball here.
Oh, Queensland ball. The Victorians were quite hard done by there.
I think it's a throw-in and they're not quite sure here. Got to get into the stack defensive position pretty quickly.
Now, just for the people at home, Dee, just explain the purpose of this defence that the Victorians have got set in the box here.
So the goalkeeper inside his own box cannot give away a 2-on-1. So what teams will do is have the goalkeeper at the top of the box, so the players outside the box can be as close to the edge of the box as they can, and just cover basically as much space as possible to not allow an easy cross to go across the face of goal.
Yep. Merkers. And beautifully finished there by Peters.
A nice flick on at the near post there. I think it was Bryce.
Because as you can see here by the replay, Queensland are probably one of the fastest teams here to actually set up in their attacking structure, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And Tristram knew only to just put a little bit on that to get it to the far post. If he put too much on that, Matt would have saved it, so excellent finish.
So 7 minutes into the game, Queensland are leading Victoria 4-0.
There may have been a 2-on-1 here. Sorry, didn't quite get it, but Queensland free kick. Halfway line.
Oh! Just inches away from an absolutely spectacular goal there from Queensland.
Josh played the ball into space. Bryce had an eternity. Did a full 360 spin kick on it. Tristram read the path of the ball and cut it off. Just didn't get enough on it. It's very hard to get that back on target when it's flying across the box that quickly.
Now, if you were the coach of Victoria here, what would you be telling them right now?
Just to keep their heads up. Queensland's a very top-class team, so you just got to keep fighting to the end. They've got the experience and they've got the chairs and they've got the style of play, so all you can do is keep fighting and learn from everything.
Bit of miscommunication there between Merkers and Peters. Ball going straight through for a Victorian throw-in near halfway. Mello's over the ball now. And Peters just, as he's very much known for, very quick at intercepting any sort of sideline or loose ball for the Queensland side. Here we go, Victoria with an attacking raid here. And the ball goes out.
Unlucky by then. Matt tried to take a quick one. Just didn't quite come off.
Peters with the ball. Mellows. Beautifully won there. Bryce taking Mellows down to the corner. Oh, unlucky. Well played there by Matt Mellows. This is his first national championship. I've been very, very early into this game. How do you find his performance, Dimitri?
Yeah, he's been great. He plays for the Wanderers back in Sydney and he's a new player, relatively young, so he's really, really improved at the speed of light.
And once again, Mello's just saving the day there for Victoria. Once again, amazing passing here. Merkers to Castle. Oh!
Oh, unlucky by Castle.
And Castle throws his head back in disgust.
In Florida, he threw his head back when he got smashed. Remember that one, Benny?
I did. I did. Once again, Merkus to Castle. Mellows again blocks it out. Oh, well played by Castles. However, Mellows has reached it. Merkus to Castles to Peters. Oh, what a save by North Coombs. What a save. And the Queensland bench is getting quite frustrated right now.
This is Jules North Coombs' first tournament in that wheelchair, so he just got his strike force. And he's improved as every day has gone on here at the tournament.
Here we have Castles against Mellows. Castles gets it out. Merkus. Mellows very, very attacking. And wins the throw-in. So back to Jules getting in the strike force for the first time. You know, what kind of adjustments do you need to make as a player, whilst when going from a day chair into a strike force?
I think the biggest thing is you can't prepare yourself really, because you never have ever experienced a chair quite like an actually specially designed sports chair. You think like, oh, I can drive my everyday wheelchair pretty easy. That shouldn't be no different. Just a little bit quicker, but they are very, very powerful. I've had friends jump in them and try them, and they just can't believe how powerful they are. So I guess it's just a slow adjustment, getting used to the power of the chair and getting used to the length of the chair, and then onwards and upwards, really.
Onwards and upwards, indeed. We have, whilst you answer that question, we've had a few substitutions here. We now have Jack Gillespie on for Queensland, who has replaced Bryce Castles. And we've also had James North Coombs substituted for Victoria, replaced by the Greek god of Victoria, Caceres.
He's another very new player out of Victoria. I think only been playing for even less than 6 months, so great to see new players from other states building up their competitions, and hopefully one day every state will have full-blown leagues running.
And I guess that's really the ambition, isn't it, for this sport in the country, to really build the foundation and the grassroots pouch of football, which then will flow on to hopefully a very, very successful international side, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. As much as we can get extra players, more players all around the whole country, it'll only help the whole country perform better and the national team.
Now we've had a 2-on-1 here. Once again, Queensland in a very attacking position. Out to Gillespie. Peters back to Gillespie. Oh, unfortunately was not facing the correct way there, but Victoria have been holding out well the last sort of 5 or so minutes, so hopefully that holds them in good stead for the rest of the match.
There's a stop for now.
We have another substitution here from Victoria. Craig Hill will be coming off, and number 1, James North Coombs, is coming on. And James North Coombs, high ball there. Dimitri, just for the viewers at home, what is considered a high ball?
So the bottom of the ball, when it lifts up, it cannot go over 40 centimetres off the ground. If it does, the ref will call a set ball. So it's sort of like an ice hockey face-off. Each player 1 metre from the ball, and when the ref blows, you can go in. You can't ram, so see how hard they go in at each other. Yeah, just a restart of play, and Matt Mallow's playing it out off Jack Gillespie there for a Victorian throw.
It's a very, very quiet game, this one. Merkus controlling it. Caceres trying to come in. Holding him quite well. Both players very patient. Merkus taking down the sideline. Gillespie setting up as the pivot. Peters far post. Mellows came in and shut that angle off quite nicely though. And
Matt just plays it out.
Matt just plays it out.
Safety football.
If in doubt, kick it out, as they say.
That's right, Benny.
Bit of a Newcastle Jet Nikolai Topol-Stanley motto there.
It's actually a corner. Tristram lined up at the near post again. Maybe looking for that near post run.
Oh.
Unlucky on the timing there, just went too early.
Mello's hit with the sideline hitting. Hits it well. Hits it very well.
Josh trying to get onto the
Peters
end of
deflects
this.
it. Ooh.
Couldn't get there, trying to keep that in because he knew it was off Peters there, but Victoria moving down the pitch.
I must say, Victoria have come back quite strongly in the last 10 or so minutes, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely. They've held Queensland out. Matt's doing a great job shutting down all cutbacks, all crosses. And now he's going to win another throw-in even further down the pitch for his team.
So Victoria earlier had a bit of a tough match against New South Wales. Once again, they've got another tough match against Queensland. What do you think? What do you think is the main thing they really want to try and take out of today's performances?
I think just the experience, really. Getting to play these top teams, that's the only way you get better, by playing the best. And Queensland, New South Wales, and the Kiwi team that was just on earlier, they're pretty much the best that we have here. So it's good for all these other teams to play them and help themselves improve.
And here we have Gillespie to Peters. Gillespie again. Mellows once again intercepts. And we have a
contact foul on Gillespie there.
Contact foul, thank you. With just a little over 4 minutes remaining, the score is 4-0 still to Queensland. Mellows hits it into Gillespie. Very lucky the deflection didn't go towards goal there. We have a Queensland corner. What have Queensland got set up here?
Josh sitting side on here, so I don't think it's going to be one of those near post runs. Might be looking to go direct to the far post.
No.
No.
Tomoka's blocked out again by Jules Northcombe. Mellows comes in with a very crucial interception. Very crucial. Caceres must be careful, be on the edge of the box there.
Mellows didn't want to swing that. Wasn't certain that he'd get it out, and it could go into a danger area. Ball pops out.
Once again, Mellows just...
He's everywhere for this Victorian team today.
Everywhere. Oh, 2-on-1.
2-on-1 there.
Fortunately, there was no communication there between Caceres and Mellows. We're going to have a substitution coming in for Queensland. Josh Merkers is coming off, and number 11, Bryce Castles, is coming back on.
This is where Bryce really shines. He loves his set pieces. Excellent set piece delivery. So let's see what they can do here. Jules has at least half the goal that he has to cover here, but with Matt being blocked out.
Double looking for Castles to Gillespie into Peters.
Excellent save.
Beautifully blocked again by Jules Northcombs. Matt Mellows is just playing the, as he likes to call it, the park the bus.
No 2-on-1 there, as he kept a few wheels in the box and gave time for James Northcombs to get out of the way. So
once again, Queensland with the attacking raid. Just over 2 minutes remaining here in the first half.
Watch for Bryce to thread the needle directly to Tristram, I think, here. I think that's the play that he's going for.
Yes, he is. Oh, just didn't get the accuracy that right there. Victoria definitely showing a lot of heart here.
Yeah, absolutely. They're doing really well holding them out. It was sort of a 4-goal blitz in the first 4 minutes, it felt, and they've held them out for a long time now.
Ooh, unfortunately, a bit of a lucky deflection there, but it's gone out for a corner kick to Queensland.
We'll see how they set up now. Bryce front on so he can make that near post run. Tristram ready at the far post. That's the run that's so difficult to stop.
And why is that? Why is that? You play in that position that North Coomers is right now. Why is that run the hardest?
So
as we just see the corner, sorry. Ooh.
I think it's because the goalkeeper's forced to be out of the field. So the box defender basically has the whole depth of the 5 metres of the box to try and cover. And because the kick taker, has so many options as a near post runner, a direct to the far post, a flick on from the near post to the far post, he just has to make so many decisions. And because it's all split second, you make the wrong one and it's going to be a goal.
Indeed. 40 seconds to go here of first half.
Queensland keeping it
Gillespie
alive.
to Castles. To Peters. Back to Castles. Castles to Peters. Mellows once again coming up with the save.
Unbelievable work by Matt this first half. Oh, a bit of a harsh call there. I feel they were both in at that one, but Queensland getting the call. Tristram instantly to his spot to block out Matt here in defence.
Gillespie's gone up high. Can Castles thread the needle? He generally attempts it.
Easily. Oh, is it a goal or is it? Yes.
Yes, it has been
is a
given
goal.
a goal.
Hard to tell from our angle here.
As we can see, Castles just pings it straight across to Gillespie.
Just missing Tristram there. Plays it in. Yeah, just sneaks in at the post. Excellent pass, excellent shot.
There we have half-time. We have Queensland Cyclones leading Victoria 5-0. Please stay tuned for the second half here at the International Day of People with Disability APFA National Championships.
Do you want a second half as well?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half here between Queensland Cyclones and Victorian Power Chair football team. The score is Queensland 5, Victoria 0. Dimitri, what do you think we will be looking at in the second half?
I think you're going to see a lot more great defending by Matt Mallows here. Victoria trying their best to hold out Queensland, but Queensland's going to try and bring the onslaught now, I think. So, ready for some goals.
Here we go. Merkers kicking off to Castles. Castles back to Merkers. Merkers with the shot pass down the line. Castles back to Merkers. Castle. To Peters, to Castles, back to Peters. Mellows with the save again. Castles, beautiful shot. Oh, George North Grooms. Oh, unfortunate there. When you have three attacking players with the skill and the maneuverability that Castles, Merkers and Peters have, It's very hard to just hold them out, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. The more they keep that ball moving, you're turning inside out, and the ball always travels faster than the chair, so eventually you're going to find a gap. And as long as they're clinical, they'll put it away.
Lost to Merkers with 360. Beautifully blocked out by Mellows. Merkers showing his dribbling abilities right now. Passes. Mellows
Well.
very well there. Taking him on. Mellows trying to look for the cutback.
Got to watch out
Sorry,
for a 2-on-1 there.
Merkers looking for the cutback now.
Goalkeeper was outside the box, and the defender that was in the box is just a regular player. So.
Just not good. Oh, very lucky there to get the ball back.
Extremely lucky.
Mellows clear it.
That's good. Just get a reset for the defense, get their spots back, and hopefully can stop this next set piece.
Merkers to Castles, to Peters. This passing is just so crisp from Queensland right now.
Yeah, it's been excellent, but just as good as the passing by Queensland has been, so is the defence by Matt Mallows.
Jules Northcombs. Mellows once again coming out, attacking it. Merkers beats him 1-on-1. Peters to Castles. Oh, saved! It pushes it onto the post, and it's gone out for a throw into Queensland. Unbelievable defence there.
Victoria setting up their stacked defence. Watch Bryce to try and go through a gap here, maybe. It's a pretty tough angle. All that Tristram can hope for is a deflection.
Pass to Peters. Back to Castles. Oh, and it's gone in for a goal. Oh, sorry, corner kick. Queensland have also made a substitution during halftime. Sorry, Tom Dixon is now on in goals. Bryce Castles to Merkers. Save budget. Oh, the ball goes flying into the crowd. And it is caught by the assistant referee here, aka the Viking. That should be a double touch there from Queensland. It's been worked out though with Victoria gaining the goal kick. And I've gone solo for a little while here whilst Dimitri gets his breath back.
Sorry about that.
Here he is, he's returned.
Coughing all over the stream.
James Northcombe tries to take it up to Merkers. Merkers wins out there 1-on-1. Castles gives him an option. Beautiful run there by Castles. 2-on-1 there. Will it be called? Will it be called? Yes, it will be called. A lot of yelling here by, once again, Dan the Man Conahan on the bench for Queensland. Merkers now directing the traffic. Setting his team up where they want to go. Look for Merkers to Peters to Castles. Mellows intercepts. Caceres back to Mellows.
Oh. So unlucky for Queensland here. The ball just pinging around everywhere.
Mellows so fortunate there to not have scored an own goal. And once again, an 2-on-1 there. James Northcomb's just getting caught. Nowhere to go. For those of you who don't know, you actually cannot remove your chair outside of the court to get out of the way of a 2-on-1.
They're quite close here. The ref's not calling them back 5 metres. I don't think that's 5 metres at all, but...
Looks about 3.7 metres to me.
They're allowing it to play.
Merkers now going to look for Peters, I think. Yep, off to Peters. What a finish. Excellent finish. If we go here to the replay, Dimitri, talk us through.
Yeah, Josh here. His whole aim is just to beat the front edge of Matt Mallow's guard, hit it with enough force and allow Tristram to just deflect it down to the far post and they're that clinical that's exactly what happens.
All Queensland need is a sniff, don't they? Just one goal scoring opportunity, and they're going to take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Great interplay here.
Oh, beautiful.
Here we go. This isn't a window for someone like Brass Castles. It's the castle doors. He got it through, but
Oh, what a goal.
well done to Queensland there. Never giving up, and unfortunate that the Victorian defence just split for a split second and allowed the ball to sneak between them.
Once again, a lovely interchange of passing here. Castles to Peters, back to Peters as well. And Peters just with a lovely little flick there off the left side of his guard in between North Coombs and Mellows. That now making the score Queensland 8, Victoria 0. 13 minutes to go of the match. Mellows calling his teammates out. Peters
through here. Peters
cuts back
excellent
to
layoff.
Merkers.
Oh, unlucky for Marcus.
All Castles really needed to do was get a touch on that, and that was probably a goal.
Maybe if the pass to Castles just had a little bit less on it, he could have got on the end of it, but unlucky there for Queensland.
So, Dimitri, we are nearing the end of day 2 here. Just sum up, how's the tournament been for you and your New South Wales side?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, we had a late start. We didn't get to train on the first day when we arrived, and some people coming in late. But we're really starting to get into the swing of things, and I think by the time the finals come around, all teams here will be firing. So there's going to be some great, tough, close, and exciting matches.
Who would you say would be a dark horse for this competition? Obviously both Queensland and New South Wales are sort of the favourites. Beyond those two teams, is there anyone you think that can really sort of, do a bit
definitely. New Zealand Red there gave us a bit of a scare first half. They were leading and they were playing tough, very tough to break down. In the second half, we got the comeback and showed good fight by everyone and great teamwork by us. But I definitely think if anyone's going to cause an upset to the big boys, it's definitely going to be New Zealand Red there. They've come along leaps and bounds in the last few years that they've been playing, and yeah, they've never been better really. Here we go again with the castle doors for... Oh, Bryce is off. No castles.
The castle doors are off, so now we have Jack Gillespie
trying to throw it through that window. Josh wide open at the far post.
Peters trying to move away there.
Unluckily, comes off the wheel guard of Tristram Peters.
Merkers 360 to Peters. And it's gone the wrong way. Tom Dixon with his first piece of work for the match.
Dixon's out. Someone's covering at the back.
Josh Merkers. Merkers is covered back.
Tom Dixon trying to take it down to the byline, I think, here. Get the flick back.
Beautifully cut back.
Contact foul against Matt Mallow, so should be a Queensland direct from very, very close.
And as we can see, Tom Dixon has retreated back to his goalkeeper position, and Josh Merkers has come up.
Matt can actually be out of the court closer, which is where he should be. There we go.
Which is where he's moved to.
He's got to watch and react just at the right time here to block this out.
Merkers to Jack.
Casera sends it down.
Here we go. Victoria with a breakaway. Once again, Dixon's comes out. Very attacking. Takes the ball wide. Merkers once again has gone back to goals.
Matt
Mellows now.
Side goalkeeper's out of the box here. Bit of danger. Oh.
And he's given against Queens. No.
Mistake.
Referee putting his wrong hand up there. I believe it was a contact foul off the ball.
Yeah, correct. Tristram probably just stopped and Chris couldn't react quick enough to stop right behind him and rear-ended him.
Tristram Peters really is one of the sort of sneaky players, isn't he, off the ball?
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to keep your eye on those quiet ones.
Mergus to Gillespie. To Peters. Caceres very close to the box there. Mellows attempts to drive it out. Mergus Mergus to Gillespie. Gillespie with a shot. Saved by
Great
Jules
save.
North Coombs.
High ball again.
Unlucky there by Victoria.
Should be a set ball at the top of the box here. Oh, just outside the box. Victoria has to be careful here because the goalkeeper's outside the box, so he's just a regular player. He's got to get back in there as quick as possible before anyone else comes in to help him. So
Merkus just expertly playing it off Mellows there for a throw-in. With a little under 8 minutes to go, with the score is 8-0.
Another Queensland corner here. Tristram set up front on, ready to make that near post run. He just missed that run there. Queensland keep it around. Oh, should be a foul there. Should be a foul there. I feel that Jack ran into the side of Matt then on the follow through, but
Still quite
in the corner.
quite well defended though by Victoria, nevertheless. Gillespie. North Coombs with the interception.
Excellent work by North Coombs there. Gets them out of trouble, and now hopefully they can set their defence and not let Queensland back down their end of the pitch.
And we have a substitution coming here for Victoria. James North Coombs is coming off, and the number 6, Craig Kilby, is coming on.
Two on one there. Again, plays wet to go on. Tristan leaves it for another set piece.
We've really seen that a lot during this tournament, haven't we? A lot of plays just going on, a lot of advantage being played. Is that something you favour as a player?
It really depends, I guess, if it's against me. Definitely not, but it's a good thing to see. I guess it keeps the game flowing, not so much stop-start. Especially for these teams that are still new and still learning, and getting their spatial awareness down pat is still a bit tough for them.
Mello's quite good there at closing the angle down. Peters, though, wins out and is going towards the goal. Mellows, though, holding him out. Off Peters, that's gone out for a goal kick.
Matt did really well then. Once he got to the corner, he flipped around the other way. And the only way that he could have been able to take the ball out was be away from his own goal. So he really did well to flip around in defence.
Merker's coming off and Bryce Castle's coming on for Queensland as they make another substitution with just over 5 minutes to go here. Miller's tried to flick on there to Kilby. I must say, Victoria have been a lot more competitive this second half. Only trailing Queensland by 2-0 actually second half.
Yeah, it's been quite good by them. We thought Queensland would bring the onslaught they have, but the defence has just been up to the challenge and really keeping Queensland out. Great shot there, though.
And as we give the commentator's curse to Victoria, Peters with an amazing finish here, as we can see. Sets it up for Castles. Peters runs around the back on the far sideline. Castles acknowledges that run, and Peters just with the amazing finish splits the goalkeeper and the defender right up the middle, which now makes the score Queensland 9, Victoria nil. Matt Mellows trying to hit it right up the yin yang, didn't quite get it there. Castles now. Now, I'm not quite sure why Bryce Castles has a cricket pad. Dimitri, is he confused?
No, he's definitely not confused.
Is he confused with what sport we're playing here?
Bryce actually broke his leg earlier in his local season here, so it's just protective for him.
Right.
In case the ball pops up.
Okay.
Don't want another break.
No. Oh, beautifully played there by Kilby. Peters are coming around the outside. Trying to run him down the sideline. Kilby staying with him though. Feel the ball went out there. Castles to Mellows. Oh, Mellows. Great recovery. Castles to Peters. Peters back to Castles. Castles with a shot,
Great
and
shot.
what a shot. Bringing up Queensland's 10th goal. Dimitri, what a finish this was by Bryce Castles.
Yeah, he just kept it alive, kept doing the simple ball back to where it came from, sending the defence every which way, and when he saw that they thought he was going across goal, just took that shot at that near post and no one was there to cover it.
You'd really have to say Castles is probably one of, if not the cleanest hitters of a power chip football.
Yeah, definitely here for us is, I think there's no better at a set piece delivery than Bryce in this country, so using his set piece delivery out in open play there.
Here we have Gillespie. Did beautifully, intercepted by North Coombs.
And
He's on the run, he's on the way, he's away. Against Tom Dixon, what can he do? Dixon beautifully held up there.
Too much on that little turn there by North Coombs. Couldn't get back around it to take him down to the byline.
Great to see though, even despite the score and how late in the game it is, Victoria's still trying to go out and attack any opportunity they get and really, really doing their state proud.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been excellent this half. They've been excellent for the whole game. Their defence has really stepped up a level. And they're not just letting Queensland have their way with every attacking piece.
Mellows once again. Castles to Peters. Peters 360. And out over the far side line for a Victoria throw-in.
Well left by Caceres there. Could have got a little nick and given away a Queensland set piece or put it on target, but he just got out of the way in time.
Peters got Mellows once again, very attacking defender.
Yeah, he tries to close down the space, it seems like, and not allow them to get those angled passes across the goal or back where they came from. So really good work by him shutting down that space.
With just over a little of 40 seconds to go, what do you think Queensland have taken from this match?
I think it'll be good that they gave a lot of their players a run. Everyone got minutes. I think they've only had one game today, so for them it's been a long wait to get out there. They would have been waiting all day watching all the other games, so I just think that they'll be happy that they got to have a hit out finally.
Gillespie to Peters, to Castles, back. Oh, Matt Miller's very lucky not to put the ball in his own net there.
Yeah, extremely lucky.
With only 5 seconds to go, surely this will be the last play of the match. Can Queensland finish on a high?
Tristram again front on.
Watch for the run.
Craig has given him some room outside the box, so Tristram really can get a good run on this. But North Coombs reads it well.
Oh, but hits it back to Peters. Goal.
Oh, unlucky on that. Really tried his best to get a touch on that to deflect it away from Gillespie, but just couldn't get there.
And as we can see here, beautiful flick back. Peters all the way out to Gillespie. Mellows unfortunately just got not quite enough touch on it and pushed it into Gillespie. And there we have it. We have full time here. The Queensland Cyclones beating Victoria 11 goals to nil. Clinical display there by Queensland, Dimitri.
Yeah, absolutely. They gave it their all, and so did Victoria, and it ended up being a great game.
It was. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us at the International Day of People with Disabilities 2018 Australian Powerchair Football Association Championships. Queensland Cyclones, once again, beating Victoria 11 goals to nil. My name is Ben, and on behalf of myself and Dimitri, goodbye.